Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl T Says, and we are back with another episode of the T Says and Pop Show.
What's up? What's up? We happy to be back, guys. This episode, it's something that T and I were talking about. Movie villains, black movie villains. Like who's the illest or the coldest villain in a black movie? And we're not talking about the usual suspects. Denzel Washington as Alonzo in Training Day, or Samuel L. Jackson as Steven in Django. But we talking about real villains. Like in The Best Man, Harper was the villain. If you think about it, yes, Lance was cheating on Mia, but again, they were in college. But Harper slept with Mia and then was the best man at the wedding.
That was Lance's doing, though. I mean, he didn't have to make that dude the best man. I'm just saying. He also didn't have to cheat on Mia excessively all the time.
But again, Harper being the best man, then writing a book about smashing her, even though he didn't explicitly say he smashed her in the book, everybody knew he smashed her just based on that.
Kiss on the frontal lobe.
Yeah, the kiss on the frontal lobe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't be the best man after that. And then if you look at all the rest of the Best Man, Holiday, and the short-lived, the series, limited series, Harper was a piece of shit. Like even in the buck, Harper was a piece of shit in all of those.
I am cheap and still refuse to pay the Peacock subscription, so I still have not seen the Best Man series. But I relied on, commentary from my followers and stuff on Twitter. So there's that.
Yeah, he was a villain. And then, you go back and you think about some of these black shows, well, not shows rather, but black movies, like even in Friday. Big Worm and Debo technically weren't villains. Smokey was the villain. Smokey was hired to do a job. He was hired to sell some weed, didn't sell the weed, smoked it, then got Craig involved in it. That was diabolical.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So, again, we're not looking at them in a traditional sense. You look at Love and Basketball.
I hate that movie. I hate that movie. That movie is awful. It's terrible. It's terrible. I hate that movie. I have never liked that movie from the time I saw it 25 years ago. I hate that movie.
So I like the movie.
I hate that movie.
But as you get older and you realize Q was a terrible person. He was selfish. Everything was all about him. You know what I mean?
He got to be
there. Yeah. Like
listen, I do this, and basketball is my passion the same way that is your passion. Dad, you're gonna have to move over a little bit. Just a little bit, because I feel like I'm
really
that out. Basketball. Like Curtis Blow.
I know.
Basketball is my passion the same way that is your passion, right? Why am I going to miss curfew? Because you found out your daddy, like plenty of other NBA players, was cheating on your mom. What that got to do with me? Like, what that got to do with you, of all things? Like,
he led a great life.
Like, nigga, man up. Okay? Like, man up. I hate that movie, bro.
I don't hate the movie, but Q was just he was just selfish, man. Everything was about him. You know what I mean? So that's what we're talking about when we say villains in movies. You know what I mean? When you look at those movies, like I said, Friday is a prime example, man. Debo and Big Worm both were doing what they were supposed to do. So Debo was a crackhead. What was he supposed to do?
Debo didn't have to be a crackhead. I'm just saying, these folks had choices. They had choices.
Exactly. And Smokey had a choice too. Smokey could have sold it. And the thing was, they only needed $100.
You trying to worm?
He had $100. Like, you know what I mean? He had $100. And Craig just got paid. So, I mean, what happened with Craig's check? He went to pick his check up, if you remember. He went to pick the check up and got fired for stealing boxes.
Yeah. And so didn't Pops tell him, first of the month rent is due. So maybe maybe he had to give his money up to them to pay bills or something. I don't know. It's one of them things that you just overlook. You didn't really think about until you got older and was able to assess movies a little bit better. So, hey.
Okay, I mean, all right. So I'll give you that one for that. I'll give you that one for that. But again, when again looking at these movies, like name one of the movies that you love. You know what I mean? That it's not a clear cut. As you got older, you realize that person was a piece of shit.
So when we first talked about this, I said Boomerang because I love that movie, and I said that Jacqueline Breuer was the villain in that movie. Even though the obvious villain is Marcus. Marcus. Yes, yes.
Well, she was the villain. That wasn't that was clear cut. She was the villain.
But see, I said that to be funny, but I can't really say that she was the villain because Marcus essentially he just got a taste of his own medicine from a woman and didn't know how to handle it. And even when he found somebody who was genuine in spirit and in heart, he still messed up. And personally, I feel like I hate the trope of all the romance movies where they get back together. I don't really like that trope. And even though I know realistically that's how stuff happens, I don't feel like she should have took him back because she knew, like, he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. I feel like the clear cut villain is Marcus, but I said Jacqueline Breuer to be funny.
No, but she was the clear cut villain.
Cut villain.
Because when she found out he was with Hallie, that's when she tried to get with him. She was a villain from the start. She was the villain. She was a villain. She came in, took his job. Remember, he thought he took his job.
With him.
You know what I'm saying?
He was research.
She was a villain from jump. You know what I mean? She was the villain. All right, so give me another one.
What's another movie? Um, There's so many. Gosh. Okay, hold on.
I have one of my favorite. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut
No,
you
go
off.
ahead. You got.
So I have one of my movies. This is one of my favorite movies. Not a lot of people have seen the movie. It's called Have Plenty. It's on Tubi, and I think it's on Prime. I like those weird, obscure, low budget movies. But in that movie, actually at the end of the movie, there are some big names. Mekhi Phifer's in it, Nia Long, Shamar Moore, Chili, Lauryn Hill. They're all in the movie at the end of the movie. But in that movie, like Haviland, the girl, straight villain through the whole movie. And even after that, they still tried to give them a happy ending, even though she was clearly a terrible person. She was terrible. And my man was in it. What is his name?
The light skinned dude.
Yes.
That was I forgot his name, but
yes, he was in Too Deep. He wrote a book. Yes, Hill Harper. I couldn't think of Hill Harper's name. Yes. Hill Harper's in it playing a singer. Now, the movie is supposed to be based on a true story. I don't know who this R&B singer was that he was supposed to be, but he had an album called 40 Ounces of Love. So if you get a chance, you got to watch this movie. I'm telling you. I loved it. I still love it to this day. I've heard a lot of people say they didn't like it for whatever reason. I personally liked it. I thought the guy, Chris, I think his last name is Chereau, I was expecting big things from him. After this movie, I haven't seen anything or heard anything else. But it's produced by Tracy Edmonds and Babyface. And they actually make an appearance in the movie as well. So if you get a chance, check out Have Plenty. She's a straight up narcissistic villain, but it's still a good movie. I love that movie. I really do. And I love those like I said, obscure low budget type movies that are good, except for like Plug Love and all that corny stuff. But I love Have Plenty. So check it out.
We're gonna start normalizing turning movies off when they just get to be stupid. They're, for lack of a better expression, when they just get to be stupid and dumb, and it's just you just can't get into it. We gonna know because I tried with Plug Love. I did. I tried. I did. I gave it a fair shot. One thing I will say about Tubi is that I do like that they cast people that you've never heard of, for essentially you've never heard of these people, and for the women, because looking a certain way on camera is a big thing, especially for Black women. So I do appreciate that they'll hire all kinds of body types, and it's all real life situations. So I do commend Tubi for that. Hey, Tubi, I'm available, bro. I'm available. Cash, tell me, cash.
Prime does the same thing though. People always try to, downplay and diss Tubi. Prime has some horrible movies on there. Again, I don't want to say horrible, but they have some real low budget movies on Prime as well.
Sometimes. I feel like Netflix is starting to creep into that just ridiculous territory with some of the movies that they put out. And shout out to Tyler Perry because he did put out the Destination movie. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't watched it yet, but he just put out that Destination Wedding movie. And from my understanding, based on the trailer, I'm assuming the fiance is the villain in that movie. I haven't watched it yet though. So
I mean, it's a Tyler Perry movie, so the guy is gonna always be the villain. It don't freaking matter.
well, no, because in one of my favorite Tyler Perry movies, probably the only one that I actually like, aside from Why Did I Get Married, The Family That Prays, because Sanaa Lathan was the villain.
Yeah, Sanaa Lathan was.
She absolutely was the villain. I don't condone domestic violence, right? I don't. But I understand, and that's all I'm gonna say on that.
I ain't saying he should have killed her. But I understand.
There's a reason to kick an old man down a flight of steps.
Just don't do it. But no, I get and The Family That Prays is one of my favorite movies too. The only conceit I have with that movie, and again, because it's Tyler Perry, and I get it, you're catering to your base, but like the part when Kathy Bates is talking about her son and the guy that used to work there, so he was the biggest stockbroker in this company. So your jealousy ran him away. Well, how the hell you had a stockbroker at a construction company? That was the thing that always just like, what? That doesn't even make any damn sense to me. But all right, cool. Well, I'm gonna let that ride. I'm gonna let that ride. That's the same as in Daddy's Little Girls. Again,
movie.
The what's her name?
The mom.
Yeah.
The mom and the boyfriend. That was too easy. It was too easy, and it was too.
It was. My only thing is, the law scenes and where she called you a rapist, and it's like bruh, Google is a thing. You know what I'm saying? All I did was type his name in Google. You just found out he was found innocent. But again, then that doesn't bring drama to the movie. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But that always bothered me. And I used to tell T this all the time. That always bothered me about that damn movie was she says you're a rapist, but doesn't Google him. Google and Bing was a thing then. You know what I'm saying? Do is type his name in. It's right there. Found innocent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Anyway, so people might say that Gabrielle Union was the villain in Deliver Us from Eva. Who was the actual villain in Deliver Us from Eva?
See, I don't really like that movie. It's like I don't know. It was just I just don't like that movie. It's like I don't know, man. LL's head was huge. No, man. I just don't like that movie. I'm just not a fan of that movie. I don't really think that they had a villain per se until they brought up her, the ex-boyfriend was at the mayor dinner or whatever, and LL showed up and all. That's one of them ensembles where back then that they were just giving money for black movies, and not a lot of them were good. So
one of the sisters is the villain in Have Plenty. One of the sisters that
she wasn't she was Haviland's sister.
She was. I always thought that was Haviland.
No, she was Haviland's sister.
I didn't really watch Have Plenty. I knew about it. My dad told me about it.
I love that movie.
But the chick was in the movie. She was in Deliver Us from Eva. What's another one? Have you ever? Well, I'm not even because I know the answer. Who would you say is the villain in Blue Hill Avenue?
How long ago did I see Blue Hill Avenue?
That's one of the few black movies I have not seen.
Well, how you ask me who the villain is? You want to see the movie?
I want to know what I'm getting into whenever I decide to watch. I think it's on Tubi now.
But then I'm gonna give it away if I tell you who's the villain in Blue Hill Avenue.
I look up the whole synopsis of a movie before I watch it.
I mean, me too. Actually,
time for surprise.
I actually watched spoilers too, and I still watch it. But it was so Bear Taliaferro, how do you pronounce his name? Um, Goldmouth,
Okay.
Goldmouth.
Okay.
The dude that was his dad, and he was one of the villains, and because it's been a minute since I've seen Blue Hill Avenue. That's another one that it was like, okay, it just the time frame just kind of sped by, so it's like, okay, damn, now they grown. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean that's not on my favorites list. So I mean it's just not. Just keeping it real. That's not on one of my favorite movies list. But I know people that like it. Like seeing Alan Payne play a gangster. G Money. So
Was he pretty much the same character in every other 90s movie he was in?
no because Blue Hill Avenue tried to be like I don't want to say a modern day Godfather. It I see what he was going for with Blue Hill Avenue. Um, it was just it was a quote unquote black coming of age movie by drug dealers. I mean, that's what it was. You know what I mean? I mean that's what it was. That's the only way to kind of explain it again without giving a whole bunch away. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So I mean, they all were. They was drug dealers. They all was damn villains in the movie. If you want to keep it a buck, movies like that, they all were villains. Like you think about New Jack City. Who was the villain in New Jack City besides Nino Brown? Ice Damn T. Ice Damn T was the villain.
He was a cop, though. You ain't no cop, Reed. He was a cop. He was just doing his job.
Yeah, but he sent crackhead Pookie in there with no protection and got him killed. Scotty, I'm gonna die. Yeah, you sure are, bro. You sure are. And Thomas Rasulala, the police chief, black police chief, I actually met him years ago at Shaw University. Nice guy. I was a kid though, but great guy. I met him at Shaw University like many, many, many moons ago. But he's in a lot of those 70s stuff, Good Times and stuff like that. He was on those shows and stuff. So
I just watched a clip of House Party 3 because I only typically watch House Party 1 and 3 whenever they come on TV. So in the villain in that movie is Play. I don't care what you say. Because it wasn't Showboat. It was Play. It was Play.
Oh, you mean in 3? Okay.
It was the clip I watched was a dinner scene. Bernie and all the
you used to call your jawbone. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, play in him in like any movie that he's in. I had to buy what was it, Class Act for Zoe to watch.
Now teach her to dance.
Yeah, because it was just funny the way she was doing that. But yeah, it's like
shout out Zoe. My grandbaby's her birthday today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
10 years old. That's crazy. So yeah, any movie that Christopher, which one is he? Christopher Reed, Christopher Martin. Yeah, any movie he's in, he's always a villain. I haven't seen him in like anything, as of lately. I don't know if he's acting or what he's doing. The last I heard, he was teaching at Central University in Durham.
Okay.
But I don't know if he's still there. I doubt it. I don't know. But yeah, he's always a villain. So like that's one of those textbook examples of like when you have the movie and you know who the villain is. Okay. That movie with Mekhi Phifer where he had the stomach ulcer, what was that? Was that Clockers? No, that wasn't Clockers.
Yes, it was Clockers.
That was Clockers?
Mm-hmm.
So who was the villain in that?
So you had Delroy Lindo.
Shout out Delroy Lindo.
The main drug dealer they all work for. So he was a villain. Harvey Keitel, the cop, to me was the main villain because he didn't believe that Mekhi Phifer's brother, Isaiah Washington, actually killed what's his name? My man, I can't think. He's a comedian too. He was in Do the Right Thing. Spike Lee's put him in a couple movies. He was in Do the Right Thing. Remember when he was it was him, Martin, the girl, the Spanish girl, whatever she was, and the other dude, the dark skinned cat, the one that was yelling at Ozzie Davis. You ain't the mayor? You dirt out of.
No, I was thinking of Esposito something, the Hispanic dude. He was in Waiting to Exhale. He played Loretta Devine's baby daddy. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, no.
The right thing too.
No. So he in Clockers, he was selling out of this fish joint, and basically Delroy Lindo was telling Mekhi Phifer like he got to go, he got to get got. And Mekhi Phifer was trying to build himself up to do it. He happened to go to a bar, see his brother at the bar, and they're talking. And his brother was just a working class dude that was just living life and just going through it. The stress of being a black man. And he ends up killing him. Isaiah Washington ends up killing my man, but everybody thinks that Mekhi Phifer did it. And he's trying to tell him, like, he tried to tell the cops he didn't do it. He was like, it was scientific because, you had Fredro Starr and Sticky Fingers. He had, they were in it. And, so for me, it was Harvey Keitel because he literally, almost got Mekhi Phifer killed. For real. So, he was just, he's a piece of shit cop. I mean,
as he typically plays in a lot of movies that he's in. So
yeah,
there's that. And so yeah, we talked about a lot of the 90s movies. The more recent movies, I'd have to get back to you because there's a lot that I have not seen yet. I'm on for. I'll be doing a lot.
Yeah, life be life, and so we get it. We trying to record as much as we can, get it edited out. You guys, again, we like to keep saying we're growing. We want you guys to grow with us. If you think of a topic you want us to talk about, whether it's movies, music, TV shows, whatever, leave a comment and let us know, and we'll talk about that too. I wanted to talk about, we'll get to it one week. There's a couple things I want to talk about. And as I said, in the coming weeks, we'll get to some of that stuff. Black TV shows that only had one season. There's a number of them that I think people should check out if you haven't seen them. I want to talk about Rusty Cundiff, premier black director. I didn't know that he was still making, he literally just made a movie like 2 years ago with Morgan Freeman. I did not know that. He made Sprung, which my mother, Tease Graham, she loves that movie. That's the one that your girl is in. All the Jai Parker's in Sprung. He did Tales from the Hood 1, 2, and 3. He did all three.
I just watched bits and pieces of the third one because I didn't like the second and third one. I didn't like them. Okay. I grew up on the first one, so that's the only one that I will consistently watch, no matter what time of year.
Yeah.
I just didn't really like because I love Tony Todd. Shout out to Tony Todd, R.I.P. I love him, and he's been such a pillar in black horror for a lot of people who like black horror movies. I did go and watch Final Destination Bloodlines. Oh, you didn't see it? It don't really have much to do with the other movies. It's not like a sequel of sorts. It's just kind of whatever. It just was what it was. But Tony Todd and him in the third one, I guess he was like a child killer or something like that, and I didn't like that.
I mean, I didn't see that. I didn't see this. No, I think I did watch a little bit of the second one. I never saw the third one.
Well, the second one was Keith David, who I absolutely love.
Okay.
I love. He got a new animated cartoon coming out where he's the president, so I can't wait to watch that too. But for Tony Todd, in the third one, he was like a child killer or something, and it was just little girls, and I just didn't like that.
Okay.
In today's world, and I know it's just a part of the anthology. It's just a part of the storyline. I personally didn't like it, but that's just me. But yeah.
Okay. And then Rusty, he also did Fear of a Black Hat, which is also one of my favorite movies. If you get a chance, check out Fear of a Black Hat. Now,
I think that's on Prime or Tubi right now.
Fear of a Black Hat is on Tubi,
okay,
along with Chris Rock's Straight out of Low Cash. Yes. Yes. I think CB4 got, because it came out around the same time. Matter of fact, the dude Deezer D that was in CB4 is also in Fear of a Black Cat. But CB4 got more play because, again, it had more, it had more star power. You know what I mean? Chris Rock, Charlie Murphy, the cameos from Shaq to Eazy-E. He had all those people in it, whereas Fear of a Black Cat had, I think it was, so directed by Rusty Cundieff, but it had like Faison was in it. It was Faison, my man Larry I think his last name was Larry Fitzgerald. He was in Revenge of the Nerds. The only black dude in Revenge of the Nerds. Matter of fact, the only black dude in Karate Kid and got beat down and shit. Which I'm like, damn, bro. Can we catch a break in the '80s movies, man? Shit, yeah, they kicked his ass, man. but yeah, my man was in it. I like obscure movies like that. But if you get a chance, check out Fear of a Black Cat. Check out CB4. Compare them. Me personally, I like Fear of a Black Cat more than I like CB4. Chris Rock had a dress on in CB4. Don't know what that's about. Whatever. Tyler Perry made $1 billion, with a dress. So again, I'm not one of those guys that talk about, oh, you got to wear the dress to do this or that, whatever. Do whatever you're comfortable doing. But I just personally like Fear of a Black Cat more than I like CB4. Just keeping it a buck. But yeah, I wanted to talk about Rusty Cundieff. Again, it's upcoming episodes that we want to talk about stuff like that. So there'll be more of that, and there'll be more music. I finally did, listen to all the diss records. T sent me the link. I listened to all the diss records. It was like a damn album, which is crazy. So I finally did listen to them. Shit was dope. All right, cool. So, again, we'll be talking about stuff like that upcoming. No more Kendrick Drake. That's 2024. We keeping it down.
I don't care. Drake dropping music. Now I will say whatever this song is, I don't know if it's dropped yet. I don't know as of yet. Whatever this song is that he got, I want to say the beat is by Alchemist. The Alchemist, I could be wrong. But the beat goes hard. I will give him that. But as far as the lyrics and all of that, I don't, it was just a beat that he dropped and then like a visual. I just need him to stop acting like he's tough. You're not that guy. It's okay. Canadians are nice. They're actually very kind people. Stop.
Alrighty then.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay. All right, folks. So we're going to end this here. Almost forgot. Damn, my bad. R.I.P. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, Chuck Mangione.
And that's it.
Hogan, whatever.
No,
whatever.
No.
We're not shouting him out. I'm just saying whatever.
We didn't even mention his name. What are you mention for?
Cool. So that's what it is, y'all. That's what it is.
All right. Let us know for next episode if there are some other movies, who those other black villains are. Let us know what y'all want us to talk about. And until next time.
Deuces.